Yeah. So how are you feeling?
I'm actually feeling really good.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I obviously know that there's still things going on internally, but as far as like physically, I feel really like back to myself, in as much as I can, at least.
Right. So as you can with like what, like a 6-7 week old?
Yeah. 7 weeks old tomorrow, which is insane.
Dude, isn't it crazy how fast it goes?
Yes, I literally don't understand. Kaden and I were like, that last week that I was pregnant was literally the slowest week of my entire life. And then this has just been like flying by.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And it just kind of keeps happening like that. So it's crazy.
It's what I've heard.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying, but also like true. So you just gotta take it. All right. So I reached out to your physical therapist. So her and I will be figuring out a time to chat a little bit more. You're kind of working on some of your endurance holds with the pelvic floor, but you're not really having any symptoms, correct?
Correct.
Great. No pressure, no like peeing when you sneeze or cough or anything.
No, the only thing that she said that she noticed was that I have like a little bit of scar tissue buildup along like the bottom where like the tear was, but that's the only thing that she could really see or feel, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good problem to have, essentially.
Yes.
Good.
In all the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. And so you guys went through some of your rehab movements and some of the exercises from the program.
Yeah.
And how was that?
It was really good. It was nice having someone like watch me do them and either tell me like, okay, you're doing that right, or you're doing that wrong, or like this is where you should be breathing, and yeah. So
good. Yeah, it definitely helps with like all of the nuance at such an individual level, having that kind of care. So that's really good. And then it'll obviously carry over into all the other exercises as you progress through the program. So, and what week of the program are you on?
I am starting week or ending week 4, I think.
Okay.
Does that sound right? Yeah, because we started on week 3. Yeah.
That sounds right to me, but I know that like you got kind of sidetracked with some of the feeding stuff, so I wasn't sure where you were. Yeah. Good. And how does it feel to do some of like she's so cute. Oh, I can't wait to hold her.
She's great.
So how do the lifts feel? We'll start there.
Yeah, they actually feel really good. I feel like I'm taking my time more to like, they're a lot slower than I would usually go through things, but I feel like they're going really well.
That's great. And the conditioning, how does it feel to get your heart rate up just like a little bit?
I love it.
Yeah.
I missed it. Like getting a real sweat from like actually like moving it feels good.
Okay, that's awesome. And no symptoms after. I know like early on, after doing a little bit of sparring, maybe a little bit too much, there was some heaviness, but with the current conditioning, there's no like pelvic heaviness or anything like that.
No.
Cool.
No, and I just think that first day, I mean, I was still 4 weeks postpartum, and I think I just got a little bit too excited and just moved around a little bit too much. But since then, I felt good, and there's been one other time where I had like slightly that same feeling, and I just did what I said to like keep my legs up on a wall, and I did that for like, I don't know, I'd say like 10 minutes after I was done with my workout, and it went away completely. So
that's good. And I know we want to talk about like starting to progress into more MMA training, at least in some capacity. And so I think before we even get there, it's knowing what you're going to need to do to like with like a give and a take, right? So after your training sessions, I would suggest kind of doing the same thing where you're down training your pelvic floor after some of your workouts, whether it's your lifting workouts through the program or after some sparring, any kind of like groundwork, then after your workout, or even like taking breaks through the workout just to, again, elevate your feet up on the wall, maybe put like a pillow or something under your butt to just elevate it a little bit. I think will really help sort of reset how much fatigue your pelvic floor is experiencing as you start to build up that capacity.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So like if you do like say workout B, week 5 or something, like do that workout. And then after that workout, if you want to go and start some sparring, then maybe before you start sparring, just like reset, like you get on like all fours so that you're letting your belly hang, letting like pelvic floor just kind of like chill and relax. And then again, with the feet up on the wall, doing that, or up on a chair, whatever it might be. And then going into some of the sparring, and then definitely after sparring, doing the same thing to just sort of like, basically cooling down your vagina.
Right. Tim's laughing.
I know. It's weird times, man.
He's heard a lot about vagina. So is Charlie.
Yeah. It just suddenly starts to happen like that.
It was so funny. I was at the appointment yesterday. She was like, okay, so pretend like my finger is a smoothie and you're sucking it up with your vagina. I was like, okay. And then I was telling Charlie and Caden that, and they were like, all right, well, I know way more than I need to know.
Yeah, you can get a fast track of learning like anatomy 101, man. It's interesting. Well, I'm really glad that appointment went well and that you're feeling pretty good in the program. And I would say for where you're at right now at that 7-8 week mark, you built a pretty solid like movement foundation. And as you start to move into, are you want to do sparring, and like to what degree of sparring are you wanting to do?
I just want to know, I mean, like I can do like stationary stuff, but I feel like I'm ready to kind of like move around again. And it would be like just like touch sparring, like not where I'm like going full intensity or anything. And I don't know if it would be even time to work on any type of like grappling or anything, or I can keep it standing. I just don't like, I just want to know, because I'm just like, I feel mentally, I just like, I'm ready to kind of just at least start moving again.
Yeah. So, some of the rounds that you and Charlie did when I was there.
Yeah.
Those were like what, 2-minute rounds? Maybe?
Yeah.
Start there. Like a 2-minute round of, and maybe like instead of doing like 6 2-minute rounds, start with like 3 2-minute rounds, and then like reset, give yourself a lot of rest before, and maybe add a round or so. If you want to get back into like some of your grappling stuff, like I would really just kind of go through like, how does shrimping feel? How does, like just certain like ground based movement without any of the actual contact, right?
Okay. So, I love that you know those terms, because it just like makes it so much easier.
Dude. I got you. And I cannot freaking wait. So like I really liked no-gi, and I was afraid. I was like, what do I do with my hands? And then when I started doing it, I was like, wait a minute. I am so much faster without the fucking gi on.
Yes, it feels so much better, and you feel way less claustrophobic, and you're like, I can get out of things easier. I love it.
So much easier. I went with all guys yesterday. It was like me and 7 guys, and I could like actually hold my own. Whereas like when I'm with gi, it's like I feel like I get stuck in things, or they have like more leverage, But with that,
and better grips,
like
they're just stronger. They're stronger, so it's like, at least in no gi, you can kind of use their strength against them, and with gi, you're like, they can just hold on to me, so there's nothing I can do. So
although it's so slippery, I took a knee to the jaw, and so today I'm like, I woke up and was like, oh God, like what is that? I'm like, I think I got kneed in the face, and you think I'd remember that, but I don't fully remember.
No, everything goes so fast.
It goes really fast, and you like can't let it affect you in the moment, and then after you're like, what did I do here? So I can't wait to like go through some of that stuff with you. I think that'll be super beneficial. And also like learning how to, with your abs right now, like I want to feel, what did your PT say about your abs? Did you say anything about that yet?
No, she actually thought, I mean, she said that my core is pretty strong. She said I should add in like maybe like some more just extra focus on the core, just because of what I do. Yeah. But I mean,
your abs are I'm not super worried about your abs. Can I see you? Can you just pull up your shirt for a second? Just show me your belly, dude. Okay. Yeah. I'm not worried about your diastasis. And then press in like right above and then right below your belly button. How squishy does it feel, that like in a way that's not fat?
I mean, I say maybe a little bit down here.
Okay, so like flex your abs, like keep your weight mid-foot.
Okay.
Like, so you're not using your butt right now. So like weight more towards your toes.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to like kind of pull your belly button in and then pull it up. Okay.
This?
No, like with your abs, like almost like just like imagining like pull your belly button in a centimeter and then like up a centimeter. So you're really kind of engaging. Okay. So that's good. Can you press on your abs when you do that? And then tell me how, I know it's hard. It's like a long contraction to hold.
I'm going to take this sweatshirt off. I'm sweating now.
Are you sweating now? Ooh, get in that workout, girl.
Okay.
All right. So if your hand is like right at your belly button, I want you to pull your belly button in and then pull it up. And then I want you to tell me about that fascia right there.
It's a little soft.
Yeah, that's normal, but you're not like sinking in dramatically.
No.
And then keep your weight midfoot a little bit more.
Maybe a tiny bit, not dramatically, but maybe a tiny bit more like right above my belly button.
Yeah, I'm not worried about your abs. I think that when you start doing some of like your ground-based movement, it's going to, but I'm going to give you like with your shrimping and with maybe like some of your like just hip extensions and things like that, I'm going to give you some like specific like breathing cues just to kind of get connected to that system, because it might feel really weird. And then when you think about someone going knee on belly, like that's going to feel like shit initially.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it already feels terrible, obviously, when someone does that, but then in order to, you know, like that whole area is just a little bit weaker right now, just like the tissue. So in order to absorb another human on you, I want you to have like a really solid base of strength there before you're in an actual, like before you're doing any grappling live.
Yeah.
So we can test that with my knee on your belly.
Okay, that's probably the best way to do it, honestly.
I know. You'll be like, okay, so when my knee's on your belly like this is what I want you to do, or how I want you to move. And like the irony of me coaching you in that way is not lost on me. But
but it's kind of awesome.
It's fun. It is. Trust me, I'm like living my best coach life. So it's great. So I would really start with some movements, like just some bridging, and some shrimping right now, just to see how those two things feel. Because that is a lot of extension, both of those movements. You know, it's kind of that hip extension from the side and then hip extension from the ground. And I want your glutes to get really freaking strong. Like
I've noticed that with the workout program. I'm like, oh, it's really all about the ass. So
it really is, because it helps balance that whole system. Like your front side is weak, so we need the back side to be strong. Your vagina is weak, so we need the back side to be strong. So it's really kind of balancing out a lot of that, and your core strength is going to come just by the lifting that you're doing, the rehab that you're doing, and then when you start to introduce some of the just like basic grappling and sparring, you'll have some good rotation. Again, I don't want you to do like too much impact with the sparring. So, you know, when you punch, try to like do a little like quick exhale. It doesn't have to be like, I don't want you to even think about your abs, but forgive my like terrible punch here. But if I'm going to punch, I just want you to like a little, I know you kind of do that anyway.
You're supposed to do that anyway. So,
right. It's just easy to like kind of hold your breath, especially when you feel different in your abs. So right now, I just want you to like really focus on that breath when you're making that connection. Okay. Like connection with his mitt.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. So I would do that, like start like just low volume rounds, give yourself some time to reset so that, you know, fatigue is pretty well managed, and then go again. And then honestly, don't spar back-to-back days. Like give yourself a day of something different. So tomorrow, or if you're going tonight or tomorrow, whatever, just give yourself a day in between to get, so that you have a really good idea of like, was that too much? Could I do a little bit more? Should I do a little bit less? I don't know that. Like that's going to be up to your body and time right now.
What Charlie and I have kind of been doing is like focusing more, like I'm coming to the gym Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then just to kind of be in my routine. And then I'm doing my own like home workout here on Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. So we are kind of going every other day, just like, but obviously the intensity of everything has been way, way down. It's just kind of getting back into, you know, being at the gym and doing something. And
that's great. I honestly think it's like a really smart plan to just really slowly ease you into both the environment and then like building up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. and just seeing where you're at. But you are already doing such a great job.
All right. I'm excited. I'm like, I was watching, I was like nursing and just watching fight videos and showing Austin. I'm like, hey, look.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just excited. It feels like I don't know. I'm happy to be like coming around the corner. I know there's still a long ways to go, but just.
Yeah, no, but man, you're rounding your first lap, and that's awesome. Like you really are. And you know, that something really good happens around that 8-week mark, and then around that 12-week mark, and then around that 20-week mark, and just like there's just little milestones, and you're right there. So this all makes sense. I'm really happy to hear it. And you know, I think if we just keep adding really gradually and checking in, that's going to give you like the best longevity.
Okay, perfect.
When are you heading to Vegas again? Like the 25th, you said?
The 21st through the 25th.
Okay.
It's going to be it's just a shorter trip. I guess like my family's going, so I knew we were going, but it's my cousin's like 21st birthday or something. Okay. So it's Elena's 21st birthday. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, that's why everyone's going.
Yeah. So are you going to do anything at the PI or just kind of like meet people?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go to the PI. Well, I was definitely going to meet with Tara, my lady at the PI. Mm-hmm. She does a lot of pelvic floor stuff too. So she even said like she wants to make sure that she can like check me out and walk me through some stuff in person, as far as like kind of what you're saying, but like, you know, with a PT actually there watching. And she's really cool. And I can actually get you guys in contact too if that's something, you know, I'll talk to her and stuff. So
yeah, I won't be able to come out that weekend because like we're going to be moving basically.
Yeah. I forgot that you guys are doing that.
But I do want to come out then either to you or to Vegas like the next time.
Okay.
And I'd like to see you before end of year to try to do some of the like grappling stuff that I think like you're just going to want to have to keep building off of, right? Is like kind of do like a crash course and then be able to give you some of those tools so that by January you're feeling like you have a lot more of a normal structure to your training, and not so protected, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So yeah, you're doing good. And any idea of like potential fight timelines? Or are you still just taking it day by time or day by day?
I mean, I want to see like how this goes as far as just like how I feel getting back into just basic stuff. And I think I'll have a better grasp on like what I'm thinking after that, just because it's like, I'm trying not to let it like really take over yet, because once I get into like, when am I going to fight? I think that it'll be hard for me to control like that ego side of it, where it's like, I need to go. So I'm like, I just want to see how I feel after this. And then once I start getting more, I don't know, my body, I know like I feel good, but I know my body's not back to where I need to be to train, obviously. So it's like,
I wasn't sure if like anything was said to you or asked or anything like that, or like proposed. So I was just curious, but you're right. Like,
they've just told me like, as soon as I feel like I'm ready to go, to let them know. But as soon as I tell them, I could get a last minute fight. So that's why I'm like, I really want to like get myself 100% ready. And if they were like, okay, we have a fight for you, but it's in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I'm like, okay, I can do that. You know, not like just, okay, I'm ready. And then I'm actually not ready. So
right. No, totally. Nope. Makes sense. It's going to be great. Please video some of your sparring today or tomorrow, whenever you go. I just want to see some of your movement. And if you don't mind, do it with your shirt off.
Okay. I can do that. I'll just go with Charlie upstairs.
I just want to watch. And again, like a lot of like exhaling on that, on your strikes. And then when you do your shrimping, like just like 5 to 10 per side max, and just quality, like don't go fast with them, just like good quality, like, you know, it's like practice, like the escapes. And then same with the bridging, don't go up like way over into extension, just like kind of like a neutral extension there. So, and then exhale on those extensions too. So as you shrimp, exhale, like push away, exhale. When you bridge, just same thing, like exhale. And then I want to see that, just what it looks like. Okay.
I can do that. All right.
Cool, dude. Well, I'll be in contact with you. Obviously, I'll send you a text a little bit later and I'll let you know how my conversation with your PT goes.
Okay. And I'll send you a video probably tonight.
That sounds great. Can't wait to watch.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.